Okay,
Start.
we're starting. I'll welcome you.
Okay.
Welcome, Khanya. This is another episode of Unsung Heroes. Khanya is an artist and very active in his communities and trying to establish a art school in Khayelitsha for the young and keeping them off the roads. Khanya has issues with funding and he's trying to put the project together. He's going to explain what he did. He entered into social media and asked some help for friends and family and so on. And he got some, but he didn't really succeed. But he'll tell you more about that. And hopefully you will reach out and just open up your hearts and your purses and help Khanya start this project that he would like to do. Thank you, Khanya. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. My name is Khanya Mehlo. I was born in 1977, 14 September. Coming from the family of artists as well, because my uncles were artists. The one passed away just like now, the other one before him at the start of this COVID-19. His name was Sipo Ketabatwa. And then the other one was Neba Ketabatwa as well. He studied at UCT. He studied as a cleaner there, but actually get a scholarship and study, I think, fine art there. But he passed away. I think he went to the sea with his son. His son was 4 years at that time, so he didn't come back. So he passed away that way, and then we just lose another one like now, Lennox Kutabato as well. Was also an artist, but is singing and stuff. So as a young boy in the 80s, since South Africa was having a problem of this apartheid thing stuff, so we used to watch like our brothers and stuff like used to spray paint the walls like the Viva ANCs and the spears and all that stuff like the UDF and we used to follow them but if you like at school, if they find out that you do that on your book like the spear and the shield and stuff, you get beaten up. But for me, art was always like there, I don't know like how it chose me. I didn't choose it because like we had bullies at school. So in terms of like running away, I didn't run away from them. I used to protect myself. After like me and my friends, they used to take our food, like and some pocket money that we had like from home. So I used to throw them but as a kid, I'm still learning. So if you've got a big head, like I'll make sure it's gonna be bigger, and then the nose as well, and write maybe your name and stuff, and then we'll sit down, and then after the lunch, everyone's gonna come back after we did cry and all that stuff, because we didn't have food because these guys took our food and stuff. So they would ask, yeah, who did this? And then they were like ladies, most when you are kids, so they will always be beautiful ladies who make fun of things there, so like, yeah, they noticed the other day that, yeah, it's you. So I was in the loo, the boys' loo in school, so they caught me there, yeah. Now you're going to do this for us. You're going to be our friend. But I said, no, you must stop, taking our food because you have nothing as well. If you do that, I won't throw you because I don't tell the teacher so that you can get beaten up. So we get up like along, together and stuff. So I think 1988, 1985, I'm from Yanga. We moved to Khayelitsha 1985, 1986, 1987, 88. I met Ricky Chalo. He's one of the best artists in South Africa. Is young and stuff. So he introduced me to community arts project. It's in Woodstock. So we used to go there in like weekends and stuff. Also that time there was toys and you know there was a book called Abit that time. So they used to do cartoons for Abit and stuff. Like I was like younger than Ricky, you know. I think 2 years like younger than him. So like he used and he's good. He's still the best artist as well. So I used to go to his place and stuff and practice and practice. You know, as a soccer player, if you are playing soccer, you should be practicing. You know,
absolutely.
So I started there, and like Ricky encouraged me and stuff. So in the 1990, I think 1999, camp was closed. So there was no art for us. And since we didn't even have art classes in our community, it's like, you know, most in Black Townships, there's art is not a subject. And then if you're doing art, it's like you're a lazy person, you're not going to be, you know, you're nothing.
Yeah, you should go
see?
work and do the
You
real
should
work.
go work or
Yeah.
study to be a doctor or a lawyer,
Yeah.
you know, they don't take you serious. So I was like, ish, camp is like closed in 1999 or 1989 and stuff. But around about, I was in high school. Yeah, I was in high school. Uh, I used to draw every day. Like, you know, when I'm tired, like, of studying, and, you know, studying is not for everyone. So I was tired of listening to the old histories of the Alpha rabbits and all the lies. And so I used to draw like the teacher was talking there in front, and the guy was like, hey, well, I'm going to beat you up. Like, if you do that again, I'm going to call your parents. And like, okay. So there were competitions as well, like the Moloso Lolos. Yeah, I remember I won a set of colors and a sketchbook of that one. I draw a mouse and a cat. Yeah, a mouse and a cat. Yeah, that's the sort of mouse and a cat. So I won that Moloso Ololo. And like, what else? Oh, 1998. Cape was open again. I was like, hey guys. And then like we were not studying. We left school because you know most as a youngster you go up to all these things like
Mischief.
starting to smoke, you know, drink and out there, you know, all doing all this kind of things, you know, bad things. So I was like, no, but this is not my thing. And I was not that much involved in those kind of things. You know, even they were gangsters, but I was not involved. Like I was like, no, I'm not a gangster.
Not
I can't.
for me.
There was no one who was a gangster at my place. Even I have got brothers. I'm the youngest at home, so I've got brothers, all brothers. Like I never saw even one day like he been hunted by mob of people. Like he's a gangster. He's done something wrong there. So my mother was always there, and my father as well. I told him, Ish, yeah, I dropped out at school, you know, it was grade 11 and stuff. So I need to do art. Are you serious? Are you going to stop this and this and this and this? I said, yes. They didn't believe that I'm gonna stop that. So I went to camp. It's where I met Joseph Gaylord, again Vovoia. He was my teacher before in the 80s. What's his name? Tony Mai, Sipohlati, you know, and others. It's where I met Peter Clark. So I've done printmaking, drawing, cultural studies, so that I can understand each and every culture of us here in South Africa, not undermining other people's thinking and seeing of things. So we should understand each other, you know, not pointing fingers like you are white, you are black, you are Changal, you are Zulu, you are. So I need to understand more about their cultures and enjoy, some of what they're doing and start to learn more about them, instead of judging. So that I've done. At that time we were studying there was this course of micro enterprise as well. It teaches us like business side of the art, So also we went to work in Robben Island for 6 months, uh, portraying everything that was happening in the time of the Matibas and others we are prisoners on that side, because some of the learners, they don't like when people talking and talking like me. I like to see what was happening, so we're doing drama as well. So we are acting that the whole thing from the census office, where they get like the letters, the prisoners get the letters and stuff. So we're acting the whole thing to the F section and the outside, and the Sobuko's house, and the Makanas and stuff, So after that, as we are visual artists, we will take them. Then there was a hall there whereby we teach them like how to draw, and then they must express themselves. How do they feel now, since Robben Island is a museum? So they've done that. It was a nice project, but I don't know how it ended, because I think maybe it's about funding as well. We didn't get enough funding,
Okay.
So I participated that, also and many things like the group show at the castle of Kuto, at Zico Museum, as I see the phone now as well. After that, 2000, there was these guys who came from all these universities and colleges, came to camp, so that they can spot the talents and stuff. So I managed there to get a scholarship of 2D animation,
Oh, nice.
for 2 years.
Wow.
So I was studying under Sean Simone, but he's in London now. The one who's done a duck cricket.
Yes.
Yeah, so I've learned there as well. But still, I wanted to express myself, because that one is a commercial side of art.
Yes.
I wanted to draw. I wanted to paint. I wanted to express myself, how I feel about things, my surroundings, because things were still happening. Like, yeah, we're out of apartheid and stuff, but there's still stuff like, around us that are hitting us. People are unemployed. People are still staying in the same places, whereby there's poverty.
It is so strange. I want to interrupt quickly.
Yeah.
I did 2 interviews before this.
Okay.
And that very sentiment that you're talking about now came out in both interviews.
You see?
It is, we have moved on to democracy, but the benefits of the democracy has not been achieved yet. And somehow we need to address that. And part of that would be this initiative that you are planning. You haven't got there yet, but part of that would be the building and the funding of such projects as well. But I'd leave you to elaborate a little bit more about the project that you're interested in, and how do you think people in our audience, maybe people that's listening, can help you achieve the goal that you intend to do. But first, just elaborate on what you're planning to do in your community and how you plan to uplift your community that you're in at the moment.
Okay, as you touch it there, like for me, it's been a dream since I was like a little kid. Like, we didn't have, like, as I told you before, we don't have like art classes in our black townships and stuff. And like, I've done like murals with kids at Luanle Primary School, where I used to study before, under a teacher's name, Diki, Velile Diki. Yeah. So he managed to get, I think, paints from Plascom. So I had friends, they were smoking weed that time. So instead of them smoking weed and playing the dominoes and cards, I used to take them. Hey guys, let's go and let's play. And then they did enjoy that, and we went with kids. So now it's like there are things that are happening. Kids are you see these occupates now. The new thing is like people are small kids are smoking those things. They start there, and then they'll be putting drugs there as well. So I thought they like where I'm staying now. Like I saw my kids, they like he's got friends. Sometimes when I'm painting, they want to paint as well. Instead of chasing them away, why not like he collect all his friends and they come to my studio, then we do all the paintings and stuff, then we'll see. So the other parents as well like suggested that like no, these kids they rather be with you because they are safe when I'm with you like and stuff because other mothers they and fathers they don't care about the kids, they're drinking and then they don't buy shoes, school shoes and boots since there it's a flooded place, when it's raining it's flooding and stuff. So like by doing this project, hoping like if like I can maybe sell or get funding. It's all about money to me. Just to see them wearing school shoes so that they can get confidence to go to school.
And it's also learning a skill.
Yeah, and learning a
They're
skill.
learning various skills. In fact, they're learning number one to paint.
Yes.
Number two, the skill to actually sell their stuff that you can actually make money with this as well.
You see?
The only thing from our audience maybe or from other people that's listening is to actually purchase these things. Go out in your communities and see what people are offering, and even if you're going to give it away as a gift or whatever, purchase it from these kids. That there's hope once again, and we uplift our, like you mentioned, it's not about color even anymore.
Yeah.
It's about uplifting communities.
Exactly. You see, there's this corona thing now, even for us as artists was like, sometimes you get to sleep like with what you call, it's pap, without milk.
Shame.
You like take pap and then take sugar and then water. So even that you will call all these kids and share with them, like even maybe buy biscuits and stuff. Something they enjoy it. It's how we grow up, like sharing.
And like I said, the bigger thing here is our government should look at our employment levels, how to create more jobs. Because one of the big problems is a lot of these kids' fathers and mothers don't have work, they don't have money to buy shoes, they're drinking with the little money that they have, and the kids at the end of the day are the sufferers in this whole thing. So your attempt here is to bring those kids together, give them an opportunity, keep them off the streets, number one. Like you said, there's gangsterism, there's naughty things that you do is smoke dacha and oka pipe with drugs in and all these things. And this will actually help stabilize the communities that you're in.
Yes.
That is fantastic.
That's what I wish. And like also, when we talk about the government, like, I've been calling those people, those guys, like, guys, there's this thing that I'm trying to do here. You only see those guys when there's going to be elections.
There you go.
Never see them again.
There you go.
They'll come and lie to us and promise us the world, Then they will never come to us. Even if, like, okay, I understand, like, government is giving, like, stuff, like maybe a grant for kids and stuff. What is that money for kids? Because kids must eat. They must pay school fees as well, How is that going to help? Like, I think it's for something, I don't know. I don't know how much is grant money. It's 400 and something. You can't pay school fees there, The kid must eat. The kid can't wear, like, proper shoes and stuff, and then also, the kids must also go out to the zoos and stuff. They mustn't see things on the pictures, you know. They must go out and see and experience life, you know. But they must feel free, you know, like other kids who've got everything, you know.
Yeah.
There are people out there who've got money and then they don't know what to do with the money. So if those people can come and like, okay, Khanya, into your project, not even money. Khanya, I've got this maybe material or a container or something, because where I'm working, it's a neighbor's shack. Ne? So the neighbor decided to go because it was flooded with water. So we tried to make a way so that that water can go, you know, out there. So it's how I also managed to take the kids into that space and rent the space so that we can work there, you know.
Okay.
If like they go away, or if the neighbor come back, we won't have a space whereby we're gonna work outside, but it's fine, it's summer now anyway.
Kanya, I know that in COVID times it was a bit quiet and the kids were at home, they were at school, a little bit bored, and you started a project on social media.
Yeah.
Where you approach a couple of people and said, listen guys,
Yes.
I need some stuff urgently, can you organize and arrange some? It was stuff, I know, you battled to get some stuff, equipment for them. How did that project go? Were you successful? Did you manage to get certain stuff? Did you manage to get the kids working? How did that go? So tell us a little bit about
it was like, I don't know, it was a blessing in disguise, you know, this COVID thing, because I met people like you, Megan, Francis, Karen, Gillian Aston as well. I know Gillian Aston from Joburg as well. She used to work at Sunday Times, and other people as well. So they managed to come and, like, you know, and sponsor. If like, okay, the kids, if they are working, Khanya, how many kids like are working now? So I have to take pictures and stuff like while they're working. There are 15 kids. Okay, Khanya, you must buy them food. So I have to take pictures as well. While I was a shop boy and art teacher this side. So like I was like, okay, I want to do this. But they managed well to do the artworks. I've got, I think, 20 artworks like perfect. There's no perfect work, but those ones I feel like, yeah, these ones should go to a gallery or whatever place or the auction, you know. Those ones are real good, like, you know. I can take those works to a gallery because I've shown like people around, you know, those works, like people who are like, I know professors of art as well. When I show them, yeah, Khanya, these kids are on point now, you know. Whether like you help them or like you're not helping them, but I was like, I had the head there.
They have the potential. They have the potential, and without you, they wouldn't have had that opportunity. And that's once again, and you know, art is very personal. Something you might do that won't resonate with anybody, but for you, it's something so incredible. And then sometimes people put down something, and it just vibes with everybody around them. And like the point that you were making is that some of this works of the kids that just started are often better than our work that we have, you know. So this is the thing about discovering potential as well. If you don't give these people opportunity, and this is the job that I thank you for, you know, that you're doing in society is a great job. And bringing people together and exploring. Not everybody, like I said, not everybody is into education, not everybody is into drama.
Yes.
But you put somebody on the stage and check what is your potential. And if you've got potential, develop those potential, you know. And that is your role there. And I think sometimes one want to go there, and it's almost a divine intervention for little kids, you know, or children of a certain age to actually meet somebody that looks out for them and also provides them, like you did, went out and I must admit, you caught me off guard. I didn't know you from a bar of soap, and you reached out to me and you said, hey, what can you do, you know? Yeah. And that is the type of activism that we need in our communities, and say, listen, come help, and we need help. Is there anybody that you know that can help us, and so on?
Yeah.
And hopefully through this relationship that myself and you have now fostered, is that some other people will reach out and say, listen, Khanya, we've got this and we've got that. We've even got a place where you can put up your kids' art. I know somebody reached out to me the other day and they said they're opening up a cafe, and if I'm interested in putting some of my artwork up. And maybe that is an avenue,
a
platform for your kids as well.
Yeah.
The stuff that we choose out and we look at, okay, this one's good. Let's generate some funds, put it back into your little organization and build up this organization, and maybe even give the kid that did the drawing, give him a certain amount of the funds as well, that he can be inspired to know.
To further the studies.
Absolutely. And even just that encouragement to know, oh, my work is good enough that it can sell, you know.
Yeah.
Khanya,
it's not about money. It's about
the passion.
The passion stuff, you know. It's like, I think this last art fair in Cape Town, art fair, I saw there was I think a group of young kids as well, which is work. I think it's in Haube or something. I don't know the organization, but I saw the works were hanged there. You know how long it took me to be in the art fair, and I've never been to a Cape Town art fair. My work, I've been in Joburg art fair. You know, we're doing the masters, so I've done I think Peter Clark and Ruth House as painting, you know. So they've sold, like, I was like, yeah, in the art fair, you know. When you see the works there, they're not. If I can take those kids' work and put them there, they will compete. I'm telling you, like you'll see, like, these kids worked.
They just need the exposure. It's difficult, and in the art field is a very protected field. It's very difficult to get in. I know from my own work and my own experiences.
People are closing doors.
They close the doors. I had in my group, I've got not my group, but the artist group. We've got 10 artists, including you now joined our group as well. And I tried to get us a spot in the waterfront. These people blankly refused us.
I know.
They refused us and said, no, we've got people here, you're going to be competition for them, and we're not interested in your work here.
I know.
And this is supposed to be kicked out, it's supposed to be open for everybody. The management of waterfront said, no, sorry, you cannot have your things here. And that is how they close the doors to opportunity, you know. Sometimes you can get, maybe somebody can discover you, say, we can work with you and we can make you somebody better or whatever. So those opportunities we need to look at and see where we can get these kids and get them in a position. And your part, this part that you're doing, that's the first stage of it.
Yes.
And once they've reached that stage, we have to look at other avenues to get opportunities for them, and even for including yourself. And you were saying earlier, it's not about the money, but if one is realistic, art takes money. You know, you must buy canvases, you must buy paints, you must buy places for them to sit and chairs. So we know it's a passion, and we are driven by our art. We love our art. We don't need to be paid for our art at the end of the day, but
what we need to live. Yes.
In order to live, and in order to eat, and in order to have our pap and voice, as it were, we need to make some money somewhere along the line, even if it's in the form of donations, or if it's selling our art, or getting opportunities to sell our art. Khanya, I thank you for coming out. I know it's extremely difficult. You're taking the taxi from Khayelitsha, and you have to come all the way. You came all the way out. I really appreciate your time and the effort that you put in, and I appreciate it. And I hope that our viewers will be kind and actually reach out to you. Maybe you can just slowly give your name again and then your cell phone number, that people, that if they want to assist you, if they want to buy your art, if they if your kid art, you put it up on social media or maybe on your page or whatever, and maybe if somebody just want to buy the art, maybe they don't want to donate and they don't believe in giving money away,
Yeah.
they can purchase something from you, and that will assist you to assist others.
Okay. My name is Khanya Mehlo, Khanya. Mehlo, it's Mehlo. My email address it's mehlo .khanya@gmail.com. My cell phone number is 078 22 7 5345. You can also find me on Facebook. It's where me and Sean met. Sure. Thank you.
Just before we go, I'd like to give you a gift, and as a gesture to the others to also generate, to generously give. I'm handing you this little art piece here, and this you can give to your students. You'll see if you turn it around at the back there's a few there as well. And
this is what we're talking about.
Yes.
Yes.
So it's a bit of a giving spirit.
Yeah.
And hopefully others will see what I've given you, and maybe they can better or equal that gesture, as it were. You need brushes, you need paints. If people, like you said, a lot of people out there that has money, if they want to maybe just donate a 20 Rand or 10 Rand or even 100 Rand, whatever they can afford, feel free to contact Khanya, and help heal the nation. Thank you very much, Khanya. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Sure. Thank you, sure.